you information regarding this, children. This is very important lesson as per your examination is concerned, as well as very important not only for exam but even day-to-day life also, and it is a very interesting lesson. Okay, let's move on to the content. So what are all the content you are going to study in this lesson is meaning of banks, characteristics of banks, banks and post office, in bank and post office in financial transactions, and types of banks, and different accounts that can be opened in a bank, methods to open account in banks, advantages of bank accounts. So these are all the content you are going to study in this lesson. So now let's move on to the content. So banks developed about 200 years ago. The nature of bank has changed as the time has changed. So the bank is not the new concept. It has already existed from the past 200 years. But the nature of bank has changed as the time has changed. That means the working process, or in its nature, the bank has changed its nature, or otherwise the working process. The term bank is related to financial transaction. Isn't it not, children? When we talk about the word bank, what the things will come to our mind? So financial transaction, that is what the depositing of money or withdrawing of money, which is related to the money. So money is a which relates to the finance. So the term bank is related to the financial transactions. So see here, children, if you observe the picture, you will easily identify the process of banking. So which is related to the financial transactions. So depositing of money, withdrawing of money. So all these are related to the term bank. And banks are a financial institution which uses the money deposited by customers as investment and agree to return whenever they require. So the main function of bank is what? So it is a financial institution. That means which deals with the money. So money and finance, two terms of the same coin. So which is related to the money. So what it will do? Banks are financial institution which uses the money deposited by the customer as investment. Usually the customers who want to save their part of income, they will going to deposit the money in the bank as an investment. And what this bank will do? They will going to agree to return whenever they require. That means the customers, when they require the money, the bank will agree to return the same money. So bank advances loan to the customers and charges interest on them. So the bank is not only accepting the deposit, but what it will do? It will going to advance the loan who need. So who wants the money as a loan? So it will advance us the loans to these customers. But for that loans, it will be going to charge the interest for that. And bank exchanges the money of the different countries. So bank will going to, even apart from the advancing loan, accepting the deposit, it will going to what? Exchange the currencies or the money of the different countries. Usually, the development of any country depends on efficient banking system of that country. So, we will usually identify the country which is a developed country or developing country or underdeveloped country through its industries or through its banking system. That means if the country is well developed, it is also a one measuring rod of the development of the country. So the development of any country depends on efficient banking system of that country. If banking system of that country is well developed, so we can consider it that as a developed country. And bank advances money to agriculture, industries, traders and all other sections of the society, which are the main organs of the development of the country and accelerate the growth of that country. So apart from advancing the loans to the customers and accepting the deposit from the customers, bank also advances money to agricultural sector for the purpose of agriculture, those who need money in order to do agriculture, industries, traders, and all other sections of the society can get the loan by the bank, and which are the main organs of the development of the country, that is agriculture, industry and trade. These are the main organs of our economy. So for the development of these organs is nothing but the development of the country. So the bank advances loan to these organs also, which accelerate the growth of the country, which accelerate the economy of the country. So here accelerate the growth of the country means it is nothing but the growth of the country or economy. And the term bank is derived from an Italian word banco or from a French word banque. Both mean a bench or money exchange table. Now, what is the exact definition of the bank? So, the term bank is derived from an Italian word banco or from a French word banque, which means bench or money exchange table. So, the main term is what? Money exchange table. So, in earlier days, they are using to exchange the money. That table is termed as the bank. And a banking company may be defined as a company which transacts the business with finance. So another term is what? Banking company. How can we define the banking company? Banking company may be defined as a company which transacts the business with finance. Here the finance means what? The money. It accepts the deposit from the public and lends it to those who need in the form of loan. So the main function of the bank is what? Accepting the deposit from the public who want to save their part of income. So it accepts the deposits from the public and at the same time lends it to those who need in the form of loan. So whom they require money. So it will going to give the money in the form of what? Loans. And it receives money from those who want to save their money in the form of deposit and lends it to those who require in the form of loan. So the main function of the bank. So see here, those who, if you observe this picture, you will clearly understand the things. So those who want to save the money, they will deposit that money in the bank. And afterwards, with that same money, those who want to take the loan, the borrowers will going to give the borrowers in the form of loans. So it is a cycle. Who want to save the money, they will deposit in the bank, and those who want to need the money in the form of loan, bank will give the loan for those people. So it is the things in this picture you can observe the people are depositing the money. And the services of banks are called banking. A bank repay the deposit in the form of check, draft or in some other forms also. So the services of banks are also called as a banking, and bank repay the deposits. You cannot not only withdraw money in the form of the cash, you can take in the form of check, draft also. So just now I told no children, the main function of the bank is what? Accepting the deposit and lending the loan to the customers. So the main characteristic is what? Dealing with money. So as soon as the term, the bank, what picture will come to your mind? The picture what you will get is money. Please once you close your eyes and imagine the picture of the bank. Building, apart from that, the people transacting with the money. So the main characteristic of the bank is what? Dealing with money. Banks are financial institutions which deal with money of the public. So this is important children here. What it will going to do? It is going to deal with the money of the public. Money of the public is an important term. So see here the people are depositing and withdrawing money, and they are apart from not only the depositing and the withdrawing, they will going to take even the loan and other things also. And individual, the second characteristic of bank is what? Individual, firm or company. Bank may be a person, firm or a company. So banking company means the institution that deals with money. Children, bank itself or the bank means the finance which is deal with the money. Finance means money. So mainly it is transacts or act with the money. So it may be a person, firm or a company. So banking company means the institution which deals with money, that is financial matters. And acceptance of deposit. What bank will do? That is the third characteristic. Bank accept the deposit from the public and the deposits are returned whenever the customers demand it or after a prescribed period. So this is important. The bank will not only going to accept the money, apart from that, what it will do? It will going to return whenever the customer demand, whenever they need the money, they can withdraw their money. So this is important characteristics, children. Accepting and it is going to return the same money whenever the customers demand, whenever they need, they can withdraw their amount. So you know very well that for the, if you wanted say you are for your part of income monthly, then you will go and deposit that money monthly. Afterwards, whenever you need it for any purpose, you can withdraw with the money from the bank. So the deposits are returned whenever the customers demand it or after a prescribed period. And banks act as a custodian of the deposit of the public. This is important, children. Here the word custodian, that means it is giving security for your money. Bank act as a custodian of the deposit of the public. So why you are going to deposit the money in the bank? Because it acts as a custodian. It is giving the security for your money. So bank act as a custodian of the deposit of the public. So, and they see here, it is a deposited money. If you have fixed deposit, have taken the fixed deposit in the bank, means you will going to get this kind of a bond. And apart from that, lending loans. So bank advances loans to industrial sector, agricultural sector, education, house construction and for other purposes. Children, see here, bank is not only accepting the deposit from the public, not only lends loan to the customers. Apart from that, bank, what it will do? Bank advances loans to the industrial sector, that is known as industrial loans. So industrial loans will be given to the industrial sector and agricultural sector for the purpose of purchasing the seeds, machineries, agricultural machineries. So that for that purpose also the bank will going to lend the loan. If you want to do the education, higher education, so you can take the educational loan, house construction and for other purposes. You can take even the personal loan also. So bank advances loans to industrial sector, agricultural sector, education, house construction and for other purposes. So bank will advances loans for these things. See here, children, if you observe this picture. So for construction of the house, for education and for purchasing the car or the personal loans. So different types of the loan will be lending by the bank. Bank facilitates the customer to withdraw their deposit in the form of check or draft. So this is important, children. See here, you can withdraw your money in the form of check or draft. So bank facilitates the customer to withdraw their deposit. What the amount you have deposited in the bank, you can take that in the form of a check or draft. So this is the picture of a check as well as a demand draft. Okay, children. So now I think you have seen the check but not the demand draft. So now another important characteristic is agency and the utility service. Banks provide various banking facility to its customer. They include general utility services and agency services. Apart from accepting the deposits from the public, lending the loan and giving the interest for your deposit, even it will be going to do the utility services like paying of the electricity bill, phone, like that. So they include general utility services and the agency services also. And bank is a profit and service orientation. So see here, this is important. Bank is what? It is a giving services to the people. But apart from that, it is a profit and service orientation. So bank is a profit seeking institution having service oriented approach. So by bank is a profit seeking institution, getting profit and rendering services to the public. So bank is a profit seeking institution having service oriented approach. So that is the another characteristic, that is profit and service orientation. Ever increasing function, isn't it not, children? So though the bank have started from the early 200 years, the function is not remain constant. It is continuously expanding its function. So banks continuously expand and diversify their functions, services and activities. So ever increasing functions. This is another important characteristics. That means banking is rendering various services. It is expanding its services. Simple example, children. Earlier, if you want to withdraw your money, you have to go to bank and withdraw by writing the paying slip or by depositing the checks. But now the case is not like that. You can withdraw your money through your ATM cards, ATM machines, and apart from that, even now the bank have extended the e-banking facilities also. And earlier only loans will be for restricted for the few sectors. Now the bank is giving the loans for various sectors. So various purposes also. So banks continuously expand and diversify their function, services and the activities. Isn't it not, children? So I am going to give you one activity for you, children. Please list out the services given by the bank. What are all the services the bank is rendered to its customers? Okay, children. So the customers means those who are having the account and those who are rendering the services from the bank. And connecting the link, another characteristics. Bank act as a connecting link between the depositors and the borrowers, isn't it? So it is a mediator or a linker. It is going to connect the link. It acts as a mediator between the depositor and the borrower who want to save their part of income. So it will going to accept the deposit from them, and with that some amount it will be going to give the loans to the who needs. So it will act as a link between the connecting link between the depositor and the borrowers. And see here, if you observe the picture, you will going to understand the how it is bank is connecting the link between the borrowers as well as the depositor. So he is depositing the money to the bank, and by bank he is going to get the loan, or he is the borrower. So the connecting link between the borrower and the depositor. And banks collect surplus money of the customers and lend the same to those who are in need of money. So what it will do, bank will going to collect the surplus money of the customer. That means who want to save their part of income. So it will collect and give the security for the same, and it is going to lend the money to those who need in the form of loan. And now banking business. The main activity of the bank is what? Banking business. That is accepting the deposit from the customers and lending the same to those who need in the form of money. And it is banking business. It is not a subsidiary to any other business. So it is an independent. It is autonomous, just like. So it is not a subsidiary to any other business. And name identity. This is important, children. So bank always add bank to their names, isn't it not, children? You observe these things. Any bank will going to end with the term bank, isn't it? For example, Canara Bank, Vijaya Bank, Corporation Bank, State Bank of India, State Bank of Mysore. So the term bank, they will end with the name of that particular bank. Bank always add bank to their name. You may going to get this one as a for a multiple choice question also. So the bank always add dash to their name. So bank, organization, loan, like this type. The different choices will be there. You should choose the correct one. So bank always add bank to their names. Canara Bank, Vijaya Bank, Corporation Bank, State Bank of India, State Bank of Mysore, etc. So see here, children, the logo of that particular banks and the end with the bank. And it enables the customers to know in which bank they are dealing with money. So that the name identity along with their name identity. So it enables the customers to know in which bank they are dealing with money. Now all state banks are merged with the State Bank of India. And now the functions of banks. This is also important content, children. You will going to get this one also for 3 marks. So list out the functions of the bank. And before that, just now I have explained you the characteristics of the bank. So list out the characteristics of the bank and now the functions of the bank. So the first and foremost is accepting the deposit from the public and the others. So see here, children, the bank is not only accepting the deposit from the public, even from other organizations and other institutions also it is going to accept the money. So bank accepting the deposit from the public and the others. Lending money to public and other institution. How it will going to accept the deposit from the public and others institution? In the same way, the bank is going to lend the money to the public and the other institutions also. So see here, bank is accepting the deposits from the public and lending the loans for the different purposes. And see here, what are all the loans it is going to give? Personal loan, vehicle loan, home loan, business loan, gold loan, and the apart from that, it has having the different types of the account also, saving account, fixed account, interest on the mobile banking, and these are the customer care services. Like this way, banking is giving its services to its customer. And apart from that, other important functions of bank is what? Transferring money from one place to another, isn't it? You can transfer safely money from one bank to another bank. That means from one place to another place. And collecting money on check, draft and the bills. What it will do? Apart from transferring the money from bank to bank or from one place to another place, another thing is what? Collecting money, not only in the form of a cash. Apart from that, it is going to collecting the money even in the form collecting money on check, draft and the bills also. So see here, transferring of the money from one place to another place and one bank to another bank. Now e-banking services are also there. I hope you know very well that. And discounting of bills, hiring safe deposit lockers, conducting foreign exchange transactions. So discounting of bill means, so if any person wanted to give the money, if any transaction take place or the business took place between the two person, if you wanted to take the money early, the bank will, by accepting that bill, bank will go into advances in early itself. And hiring safe deposit lockers. So it will going to provide you the locker facility for you. So you can keep your documents in that or anything. So it will be giving that function also. And conducting the foreign exchange transactions. So these are all the important functions, children. So if you list out these functions, if you remember these functions, you will definitely get 3 marks. So please learn these points, 7 points. So, and this is the bill of exchange, locker facility, what the bank is providing, and keeping valuable in safe custody. So you can not only the documents, even you can keep your valuables in custody also, and issuing the letter of credit and the guarantee by the bank. So, and conducting government transaction of the state and the central government. Usually all the government employees will going to get the salary through the bank itself. So, and apart from that, if any loans to the farmers or the needy people, that loan will be sanctioned through the bank itself. So, conducting government transactions. So, these are all the 10 functions of the bank. You should learn those points. Okay, children. Now, the relationship between the bankers and the customers. What is the relationship is between the bankers and the customer? The relationship between bankers and customers falls under two broad categories. So, namely, general relationship and the special relationship. Children, please note this point. Even this content is also very important, children. This thing is also you will going to get for 3 marks. Understood? So, write the relationship between the bankers and the customer. So, in this way, you will going to get the question in the examination. So, first and foremostly, the relationship between the bank and the customers falls under two main categories. So, what are those? That is the general relationship and the special relationship. So, in the general relationship, primary relationship, that is the debtor and the creditor relationship, it is going to accept, and it is those who need, that is the going to credit to the other account. So that is the primary relationship as a debtor and the creditor relationship. Subsidiary relationship, that is the trustee and beneficiary relationship also is there. And see here, debtor creditor relationship. Then agent and the principal relationship. Then the special relationship is what? Obligation to honor the checks of the other banks and obligation to maintain the secrecy of the account. This is important, children. Bank will never disclose your accounts information to anyone. So it is having an obligation to maintain the secrecy of the account. So obligation to honor checks and obligation to maintain secrecy of the accounts. So these are the relationship between the bank and the customers. And now the services offered by the bank. So this is important. What are all the services bank is giving to its customers? So the first and foremost is the debit card and the credit card. So these facilities are given by the bank. And safe deposit lockers, personal loan, trust services. See here, children, almost if you remember the characteristics and the functions of the banks, you can relate those things even to the for the services also. So debit card and the credit card facilities are there. So as soon as you open the account in the bank, you will going to get the you can ask for the debit card. So and then afterwards, if you want, depending upon your transactions, they will going to give the, if you want, you can apply for the credit card also. So it will going to give the safe deposit lockers, loans and the trust services. So I hope you have all seen this debit card and credit card. See, this is the picture of debit card and the credit card. And home and vehicle loans. Bank will going to provide you by home loans and the vehicle loans, but you have to give the security for the same. And signature guarantees, mutual funds, e-banking facilities. So home loans, you can take the home loans and car loans, but what is important, you should give even security for the same. Yes, thank you, children. I hope you have understood the content just now what I will explain you. So regarding the meaning of the bank,